So there's 10 days left, and only as of this recording, 2,827 backers. Things are looking pretty tight for Hasbro's Transformer War for Cybertron Unicron. I'm one of the backers. A bunch of my buddies here in Montreal are backers, and our butts are pecked up waiting to see if this is going to happen. But leave it to Hasbro. Hasbro, well, they were like, you know what, boys? We got to keep pumping out that hype video. And now we got a groovy one here. We got one that's some elevator music. So I figured we'd do a little play-by-play. Get a little more soulful. So what I'm going to do is open up that video. I'll link it in the comments below. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little play-by-play done to this beautiful elevator music. So when I say go, you hit that play button and we go. So go. So we're going to have here a beautiful transformation video done by Takashi Kuniharu, a famous designer of Transformers who has done a lot of cool stuff, especially from the Generation 1 and its history. We get to see the Ma transforming there beautifully as Takashi has his nice little Hasbro Lab Unicron shirt. So obviously we learned in the past now that those pieces are removable and intricate to the transformation and cannot be done. I think it probably could be done when the transformation is on. But, I mean, it could be left on if the transformation needs to be done. But I think for the intricacy of the folding of all of these panels here, it is necessary to move the planetoid rings. As Takashi struggles there a little bit with the expensive one-of-a-kind resin prototype. Turns it around there. Going to do the other side now. I love how fascinating this is, that you could transform this entire toy while attached to its base. If anything, due to its heavy weight, probably makes it more effective. Speaking from someone who's transformed the original Fortress Maximus, that is like wrestling a small baby. So we got all those panels all folded up there. Unicron looking nice. Let's pull that down. Very nice indeed. Takashi checking. Gotta unclip these little spikes here and there. Put them on the other side. Very nice. Now he's going to take all that back kibble, fold it up, turn that around, unclip that area. A lot of folding going on, but again, to get that planetoid shape and not have it hanging off of his back like the old Armada mold, it is to be expected. And now we have the Transformers 86 movie unfurling of the arms to reveal his full arms there on both sides. What's interesting about this part is Takashi's going to have a little bit of difficulty snapping in that shoulder. Obviously, probably an issue that existed from the original prototype that is probably just something he's more concerned that he doesn't want to break the prototype. And we're going to see it even more so here when he's trying to attach this second one. Gets it all up there, and then it's Yuki-san, gonna need some help here. Maybe we'll do a hard cut and have that put in. Kind of weird. Yuki-san, another hard cut maybe. Get that shoulder in there. And then transform the legs down. Very similar to that of the old Armada mold where the legs are right up there on the chest. Again, love that the stand is used to hold the toy the entire time. And now we roll down the other arm. Assuming the other leg. Not very good at this ADR kind of voice stuff. Usually I'm used to being so excited about it, but we got to stick to it this way. To go with that music. Oh, that music. Now we're going to take all our folded pieces and we're going to find a place for them. It looks a little messy now, but everything is going to make much more sense afterwards. So first we're going to do that backpack. Fold here, fold there, bring it over. Give it a twist. Make sure not to hit the prototype's head. Worth a lot of money. And we're going to give everything its place. Hide the horns, or the maw, whatever you want to call it. All those pieces. Twist here, tuck there. And we're good for that. Now let's do those legs. Fold those pieces, and it looks like what's interesting is it looks like they actually snap in cleanly and will not hang loosely, but does an amazing job of folding panel after panel after panel to make sense of it all, and snap and snap. And same thing on his left leg. Put it over, looks like it snaps in there, little pieces, and let's hope that that is true to the final product also, that it won't just flop around very loosely. The arm reveal for the hand reveal, just like the 86 movie, on both sides. And then he's going to attach the spikes and the rings into those little peg holes on the side. Again, something that is kind of common with even the Armada mold, where those wings kind of were best removed for transformation and added afterwards. So no surprise there. And then they're going to spin it around, put in the other little wing there, align up the little spikes, turn around the horns, and we are set. Looking good, Unicron. So yeah, so there. Sorry about that. So that's essentially it. They showed us the transformation in its entirety. I mean, it was sped up a little bit. I mean, the whole video was about 5 minutes and, 20 seconds or so. It's sped up a little bit. There were some rough cuts here and there. Obviously, he's working with a prototype, so he has to be a little careful. But, I mean, he looks great. He looks great. He looks really good. It looks like they really kept something that wasn't too difficult. I mean, the paneling is not a big surprise, but I mean, and the complaints that I've seen from people about the folding and the paneling and stuff, and then they go, you know what, I'll just stick with my Armada Unicron. Your Armada Unicron had those like planetoid panel pieces just like hanging off of his back. And so many people that have displayed their Armada Unicron, sometimes they rip off those planetoid pieces and just leave them on the side because it ruins like the final product. So, I mean, the fact that, it does what it does, I'm not trying to defend the toy, but I mean, realistically, until like some other guy comes around or a third party guy comes around and shows us how it's done with no budget concern in mind, I mean, this is how it's going to be. And I really hope that this happens. Again, we have 10 days left and barely 3,000 of the 8,000. I'm hoping it's going to happen. I'm going to stay positive and hope that this happens. And then we get my big, massive Chaos Bringer just towering over my Transformer collection. But until then, let's just hope and believe that the last day, maybe the last hour, it's all going to flood in and we'll have our Chaos Bringer, and Takashi's little video here will not be in vain.